Hello, guys. In this election prediction, we're having the mayor of New York City, Eric Adams. A lot more, he's not even liberal at all, honestly. He's pretty much like a centrist Democrat in the city of New York. He got really lucky in the primary that he edged out all the other people who were left of him. But yeah, progressives really despise him. Even liberals really hate him too because of how much he's just governing from almost like the right, honestly, if you really look at it. But he would be like, I would describe him as like centrist to barely center left. New York City typically likes electing people who are like more moderate style politicians. I mean, they had Bloomberg, Rudy Giuliani as a mayor, so it can't be that surprisingly the centrist as a mayor. But let's get right into this prediction. Because Eric Adams is so centrist, he wouldn't do the best in Colorado. He'll probably piss off some progressives here, which would make it go into a likely margin. However, you do pretty decent in Virginia, but it'd still be a likely margin, still a regression from 2020. While Trump would probably win Ohio and Iowa by both likely margins, just because I don't think Adams would get the right base here, even though he's more moderate. I don't think it'd really matter. Texas would also go to likely in this scenario. Well, Florida would be interesting. I think you could debate that maybe they would like a more moderate, someone even more moderate than Biden. And I guess you could argue it'd probably go to lean if Eric Adams was the nominee. Depends on his VP choice. If he energizes Latinos a lot, he would need a VP to get it to lean, but maybe he picks one. I'm assuming he does. New Mexico probably would be a likely margin, I would say. North Carolina, about lean margin. Arizona and Nevada, those are big question marks for me. I'm going to assume Adams would hold on to Nevada while losing Arizona to Trump just because of how unpopular Joe Biden is with the approval ratings. Negative 13 is pretty hefty to get around, which will definitely hurt the incumbent party for sure. Nebraska's second really likes moderates, so I don't think it'd be a narrow victory for him there, but I don't think he's the best candidate to really run in an election, especially a general election. He would pull out a narrow victory in New Hampshire, while Maine would also go to lean, while Trump would do pretty well in Maine's second, win it by about a solid over 10% margin. So they have Georgia, big question mark for me. I'm not really sure he's the best to get out liberals here either. Like, not even progressives, just center left liberals he might alienate because of how much he's not doing the greatest job as mayor of New York City in regards to actually being a liberal there. So honestly, it might hurt him in the state of Georgia, which is why I would give it to Trump by a tilt margin. However, he'll do well enough in Minnesota and probably. I'm not even sure if he would carry Michigan. I would have to think that over, but Trump would definitely win the election in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. Well, Michigan, it's really hard to tell whether who would win it. Well, since Adams is a lot more fresh face, maybe he'll have a narrow advantage here, but it's borderline. It could go either way. It's a true toss up state in this prediction. So let me know what you think of this prediction in the comment section below. I overall think Eric Adams is not the greatest candidate and would probably end up losing to Trump. It'd probably even be a struggle for him to win the popular vote because a lot of liberals in New York and California probably would be de incentivized to vote. But let me know what you think of this in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video.